Hello. A little bit of a different intro because I keep getting tongue twisted for some reason. I just woke up. I'm in the second hotel for my cross country adventure. I'm really happy with this one because I I love grays for like the one of the interior colors. I had that for my last two apartments, and my color palettes there were like grays, blacks, reds, and um I mixed in a lot of my vintage items. So my and my fiber equipment, and some of them are vintage too. There, this was there was a general price range for hotels in this area, and um, because I first went to one hotel, and then um, I went to this hotel to see what the price was. Well, I called for this one, and then I checked online to see what the prices are. So, um, and then some, like, a lot of times when you book online, it tends to be cheaper. But I don't know. I found this one to be like around the same price range, and since I really liked this hotel, just by the whole theme and even like the outside too, I was like, I'll go to this one. And it's good to remember to treat yourself, and um, it's good to do it when somebody else doesn't treat you well, and then you're like, it's almost like a reminder to do it too. So um I did have some food last night. I had so many things that my godmother gave me, and the that door has the microwave and fridge, so I'll eat the rest of the food. I don't normally wake up for the food that they have downstairs, so it's fine. I mean, maybe one day I'll actually wake up. But I have another orange. The oranges were like perfect the when I ate them. I might save that one, or I might eat it before I go. But sorry, TMI. I got my period the day that I left. So it it's a little acidic for me, but if you're trying to get the benefits of the orange, or you're taking like supplements, I would recommend buffered vitamin C, so it's gentler on the stomach, and it's easier to digest. So for this reading, oh, I don't think I'm getting another hotel because I have like around 18 hours left, and I drove 14 hours before getting to this hotel. So I think I could do the 18 hours. I might take some power naps like towards the end. It was funny because I was driving for the last couple hours, for like maybe the last 3 hours. I was behind like this one truck because honestly, I didn't feel like driving fast. So it was like the truck isn't driving fast either, and I just like stayed behind the truck. And the truck kind of, I don't know what it was doing, but I was getting off to go to another area, like when they tell you to stay right or something, and the truck was, I don't know, just I had to drive faster. So eventually, I guess the truck caught up, and I wasn't even, I was like paying attention to the road, but it kind of felt like all of a sudden the truck was like back in front of me, and I'm just like, um, so I just like stayed behind the truck again. I'm in the capital of one of the states, so I also think that's why it's the price that it's at. But um, it's not so um, it's not so pricey. But the last hotel was. But this is like I really am enjoying this hotel. So for this reading, the Sun card comes out again, which it's been coming out a lot. So I feel like there's good progress. And the past is the Six of Wands here. And that is one of those directional cards to kind of indicate whether or not you're kind of being hot or cold with if you're getting closer to your destination or achieving something. But with this, I get a lot of peace of mind with the Four of Swords. Like, it's like a good night's rest. Like, it feels like it's at ease. And it can be like with your thoughts. It might be like something is clarified, but I think other things need to be clarified too. I'm sorry, I'm jumping more in the reading. Because I would say this is one of the more interesting positions for the High Priestess in a reading. Because you have the Ten of Wands with the High Priestess, and then these are the energies, and there's the Knight of Pentacles with the Six of Cups. I'm mainly reading the High Priestess with the Ten of Wands. And I feel like there's a lot of things going on that kind of either burden the thoughts or there's just like a big to-do list for the High Priestess, because the High Priestess is usually a card of knowing. Oh my god, I was talking to my friend and she was like the technician at the last job that I was at, and I was like telling her like I'm pretty much a war oracle. And then she's like, "Oh my god, that's like out of a movie." And I was like, "That's exactly what I was thinking." But um, for this High Priestess in this reading, it doesn't seem like she has gathered all the information, but there's still an energy of you don't really let other people know that with the Two of Swords, but there's just kind of like the perception because you still have the eyes that are just kind of observing as time goes on, and with the Knight of Cups. So that's like one of those dreamlike cards. I also associate it with like the Page of Cups because they're just like so into that realm. Um, and they're the water signs too, like the water suit. So it makes me feel like there are other messages that that have yet to be that are going to unfold. I mentioned this in another reading or other readings where, like, sometimes I like you don't get all the information, like the universe or God source or what have you. It doesn't. You're not given all the information because if you were given all the information, you probably wouldn't do it. Either it's like too tedious or maybe there'll be something that you do that's more um, not what you're trying to go for. So that's more of like kind of the things that you're still holding on to that are burdening. In this case, I feel like the things that you lighten the burden are not actually bad. Well, it's not good for you to have. So it might be like a lighter load that like somebody else is helping you carry that. And I think that that's where the Four of Swords and the Sun card are really coming in, because it's that extra, like if you've been doing stuff like on your own for a long time and then all of a sudden you just get like help, it's just kind of a lot. I just wanted to say that like out of all the hotels, I've never had this in a hotel room before. So let me just peer over to the this table or nightstand. Just look what's in here. And I don't think anybody left it. So I think that they're in here for people. I mean, no judgment at all. I feel like there's a lot of like with the Four of Swords, I feel like with these two cards, like with the Sun and Four of Swords, are really present at this time. And it could be other energy too, like linked to your energy, that there's like a unfolding of that type of emotion there, where there feels like maybe more of a closeness or assertiveness that comes out of it. And I feel like there's more like a want for the other person, if you will, because of that assertiveness. So with the Three of Wands, I'm also getting it's an interesting reading because the Three of Wands for this, it makes me feel like to let go of expectation, because with the Three of Wands, sometimes, well, a lot of times you know what may be coming in or what may be like a little different, but for this it's like because I was again talking to my friend and I didn't get to see her because I spent too much time in my storage unit. I was reorganizing and honestly sorting through clothes, as I mentioned, and I was going through the different bags of clothing because I have them in vacuum sealed bags, and I was so happy because I opened it and it didn't smell like musky or anything. They smelled like so fresh from when I washed them. I don't know if I've said this in readings. No, I have said it in readings that I love laundry detergent. One of my favorite memories was like if I would take a walk outside of my childhood home, I would smell like laundry detergent, like if they're washing clothes. And my favorite laundry detergent is Tide Sport. Because I feel like it just has that like extra, it's like stronger. So, oh, but with the Three of Wands, like I was talking to my friend because I didn't get to give her the hat, so it gives me the opportunity to maybe add a pom pom. So I think I'm going to go to the yarn store when I get to my parents' house, and then I'll make something else with it. But I'm not sure what I'm going to make yet. I think it might be mittens to go with the hat because it's still cold on the East Coast, which I love. It's actually, when I was driving last night it was like 50 degrees and it was like at night, so I feel like it will be even warmer. And I changed time zones, so I felt like I had a little more time here in my head. So she's not gonna know like the other things that I'm going to include. And then with the Nine of Pentacles, with the Six of Cups, this is almost like remember. And for some reason, this like was coming to me the past like 2 days. Whoever needs to hear this, like, it's not your fault. You didn't do this, and there's just a lot of love. Like, even if stuff like ended up happening where it was not going as what you were trying to do, it's almost like if you were in an accident or if you were affected by trauma. So there is that type of letting go there. And then there's a strength that comes from the Nine of Pentacles. And I was talking about certain cards, like in the last reading, that really associated with like other cards. Like other cards reminded me of other cards in the reading. But with the Six of Cups, it just feels like the roots of it, the source, and with it being cups, like the source of the emotion, and it could be source of trauma, or it could be like source of happiness, of whatever you feel about it, or it could be like a combination of different things, or even in when you're like when you continue to ask your questions to yourself too, and a lot of things change in life, like energy is constantly changing, and that's why these readings have like an ebb and flow to them. And you change because of everything that changes around you with yourself and other things. Even the sources of happiness, the sources that may upset you, there could be things that might linger of that haven't completely healed yet. But there's, I think there, again, a lot of assertiveness that comes out of this reading. The obstacle is the Five of Wands with the Moon card. So you do have the Sun and Moon in this reading. The Moon card, I feel like, can be linked to the Six of Cups with trying to process these things and to let go of certain burdens, because maybe it doesn't help the situation either. So it's good to just push forward and almost alleviate and try to focus more on like the healing process more than the trauma, and how to overcome the obstacles. The Five of Swords with the Queen of Swords, this is going to be like one of those power hits. Like, I don't know, like if you're doing like a fighting game or something, and oh my god, I'm sorry, and it just like one of those attacks just are the stronger ones out of the other attacks. I feel like with the Queen of Swords, this is like a queen right now, or king, or like a person, like she or he is not going to take anything less. And again, in the beginning, when you're like, make sure you know what you deserve, and to treat yourself, and to make sure other people know the good things that you deserve. And this also goes with like, because the Five of Swords can be an aggressive card, and when combined with the Queen of Swords, it's just like, oh my god. And there were a lot of twos that came out, so I feel like there is like that type of interaction. Like, you're not up for the bullshit. Like in a relationship, like if you're trying to like go forward